Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this discourse on problem solving. We are into episode 7. If you're standalone, you are greeted. Wherever you go. If you're standalone, you are greeted. But when it comes to problems, if you are standalone, you are hated. If you're standalone, you are hated. For a time being. For a time being. Believe me, that was exaggeration. That was an exaggeration. The reason being, most of the problems have traveled through common interaction with the universe of sun, moon, stars, the day and night, the breeze and the wind, the storms and the cyclones, the valley weather, sea weather, plateau weather, your large phenomena. Most of the problems are bound to be beginning there. So if you look at a country like Iraq, if Iraq has a problem, then all the Iraqis are going to have this problem. If Bangladesh has a problem, everybody in Bangladesh is going to have a problem. If India has a problem, all Indians are going to go through the same sufferings. Majority of the problems are going to be related to the nature, the environment, the climate, the community, the values, the culture. So on and so forth. But if you are standalone, you are hated, there must be some truth in that too. Otherwise I wouldn't have said it. There's definitely some truth in that. If you are standalone, you are greeted. If you are standalone with a problem, you are hated. And would you believe me? Would you believe me that there is more hatred? There is more hatred that you get from yourself than what you get from others. There's more hatred that you get from yourself than what you get from others. And the reason is again very, very simple, very obvious. Just have to take your camera, a little further, a little off, and you'll be able to see the whole panoramic view of the world. Especially the town that you stay in, the village that you stay in, the house, the society that you stay in, the city that you stay in. You'll see a panoramic view. You don't have to wait much to understand what I'm saying. In my years of practice as management consultant, I run a clinic called Personality Clinic. I run an institution called Gurukool. In my years of interaction with people, I come to believe that if at all people have a problem, their comfort zone is higher when they enjoy a state of privacy. when they enjoy a state of privacy. People carry guilt about the problem that they have. People carry guilt about the problem they have. It's only when we have reached numbers and a very large number in problems that people care to talk about it more respectively. Diabetes, for example, or heart issues, for example, or obesity, for example. They are in numbers, so you're bound to feel every other person, every one among the five, having this problem. So you're not very, you don't feel guilty, you don't feel awkward, you don't feel lost sharing this problem. But medical problems, most of which are not going to be, our own creations, unless they are related to sleep habits, so they're related to vices, they're related to food habits. Majority of the diseases are result of very complex chemistry between us, the body, and the environment. To some extent, the environment runs our body. To some extent, we run our body. So it's a very complex plot. We feel a certain level of guilt even when we have a medical issue. Even when we have a medical issue. Now, when we don't have a medical issue, it is some private issue, we feel very shy about accepting that we have a problem, and we feel guilty. We feel we have done something terribly wrong, horribly wrong when I have a problem. Everybody is routinely embarrassed about the fact that they have a problem. So imagine a doctor enters a train which has got, lilting, moments, and everybody is very happy and everybody's having a dream journey, and he appears and he says, "Hey, I'm a doctor and I offer free services. I offer free services. Could I please talk to any of you if you have a problem? Could I talk to any of you if you have a problem? I offer free solutions." People are going to be very nervy. First and foremost, they might feel, "Oh gosh, I was having a ride, a glorious ride into the dream. A beautiful train and beautiful people, all happy, all expecting a great time, great holidays. I was in my dreams, and suddenly somebody comes and says, 'Do you have a problem?' That means he's trying to remind me that I have a problem." That's our small thinking. That's our small thinking. Maybe the doctor has been specially hired by an agency, an NGO, a charitable organization, who tells patients, "Look, the place where you are going, you'll have a certain kind of water, certain kind of food, certain kind of oil, certain kind of respiratory issues, and therefore I want to check if all of you are good enough to make the best out of this holidays." Maybe. But the moment doctor shows his back to you, he's jolly good. He's in jolly good mood because he doesn't see any problem with people around. So he's jolly well happy. That's a doctor's holiday. As he turns his back, everybody is trying to find out what's his seat number. What's his seat number? And believe it or not, you will see at least 1 out of 5 trying to reach out to him. So around the seat that the doctor is occupying, you will see a queue. Look, he came all the way to meet you, but you didn't want to make anything out of it. Now you want to queue up for him. The difference is, there it was public and here it is private. Here I can talk at whispering tone. My problems related to anger, my problems related to deep anxiety, my problem related to sleeplessness, insomnia, morbid fears, my problems related to self-killing tendencies, my problems related to murderous attitude in me, and I don't care who is in front of me, etc., etc., etc. So we want all our problems to be private to us. So much so that we don't even talk to the problems, because we feel somebody else might hear this. It's just metaphoric. It's metaphoric. It's for the love of metaphors, I'm saying so. That we don't even talk to the problems. If the landlord comes to pick up his rentals, then the best way is to talk to landlord, isn't it? We can't offer him a seat and vanish somewhere else in our house. It's his house. He knows every nook and corner of the house. Actually, you have no place to hide, but you still tend to do it. That's your first choice. That's being very normal human being. We love our problems in privacy. And we want the privacy to be maintained at all cost. The bigger problem is letting somebody know that I have a problem. Poor. Very poor. The bigger problem is, how do I say that I have a problem? So there is that psychedelic, there is that psychic halo that surrounds the problem. So we need to break that halo and go no further than this. Everybody has a problem. Didn't I say? They're all characteristic of the kind of work you're doing, the kind of person you are. They're all characterized by that. Nature characterizes that. Your weather characterizes that. All of us have problems. So, we are in uniform. Now the problem is, like, my name is not yours. Your name is not mine. And Sheila is not Leila, and Anita is not Margarita. Your problems are like your name. Her problems are like her name. The god of a bowler running into a batsman is the stump. Ideally, you would like to break the stumps. And the god of the batsman is the boundary line. When he touches the boundary line, he has reached God. When this man darting in hits the stumps, he has met his God. Problems are like this. But he has a problem. The batsman too has a problem. Imagine at the end of the day, he's played his innings and he's off his gloves and pads and he comes back to field. Here's another set of problems. Now he's questioned, why did you drop the ball? Why didn't you not pick that ball keenly? Why was your throw waylaid? Everybody at any given point of time, anybody living life of substance, life of value is in problems. So here I offer a seat for you. You have a problem, but you are still in majority. You are not in minority. So all the hatred that surrounded you for being in problems should go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Here I sign off for this episode with a wish. Come to problem solving. Come to life.